What's up? What's going on? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. This is the Habibi podcast. I call it the Habibi podcast because I'm Arab, if you couldn't tell from my ginormous nose, which one of you commented on this podcast and said I need to get surgery on it. Not cool, man. Okay? Not cool. No, I'm just kidding. I've thought about getting surgery on my nose because of how big it is, but surgeries cost a lot now, and I frankly don't have that kind of money. But when I do, I dare you to make fun of my new plastic nose. Okay? Logan Paul and KSI have a new press conference. They just held it yesterday, I think. And last year they sold 1.5 million pay-per-view, pay-per-views. And it was in the Manchester Arena, held in the UK. It was a tie. They used headgear because they were not professional boxers. They were not registered and licensed as professional boxers, so they were using headgear. Now, what's the difference between this fight versus last fight? First thing I want to say is people are starting to take YouTubers seriously, and that's great. Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, he promotes this fight now, and he promotes professional boxing. And he even stated himself that he now takes this kind of stuff seriously. Dude, it's time that people start to take YouTube seriously. I mean, come on.
Everything. They hire out the Manchester Arena. I'll start laughing. How embarrassing is this going to be for these guys? 20,000 sold out instantly. We had a show the same night, right? I think we was in the Copper Box. I think we had 5,000.
These people are selling out Staples Arena and Manchester Arena. The Ace family just sold out a whole arena for a basketball game with Jake Paul and Chris Brown. Okay? So the thing is, here it is. Here's where we start off. Eddie Hearn promotes this boxing match. It's a professional boxing match, which means there's no headgear and there's 10-ounce gloves. That's pretty dope, honestly. I would love to see both their faces get kicked in. Whatever the hell happened in the past with these guys happened in the past. Personally, I just don't care. Shit happens. Let's just put it aside. But that's the rules when it comes to professional boxing, is that you need 10-ounce gloves and there's no head guards. So honestly, that's pretty good. I hope to God this does not end in a tie. The press conference was held yesterday, and there was many things that happened. It was held outside the Staples Arena in Los Angeles. And honestly, this is the first thing that I didn't like. It took 30 minutes for them to start talking. The press conference was 49 minutes. It took literally 30 minutes in for KSI to say the first word for them to start trash talking. So it was pretty much, honestly, a 19-minute press conference. And then the last 3 minutes was them packing up. So it was about 15 minutes of Logan Paul and KSI saying the most cringy things in the world. That's my first problem with it. I don't understand why this press conference, I just wasted 50 minutes of my time. 15 minutes of it was literally them talking. I don't understand how on earth we're supposed to take any of that seriously. I mean, I was just sitting there waiting at one point, and I was thinking, what is going on? And also, Logan Paul and KSI were sitting there on the stage while this was happening. So for 30 minutes, KSI and Logan Paul were just sitting there, waiting for their turn to talk. There was a huge dude with a beard, by the way, in the back, screaming. Every time somebody was talking. Every time somebody was talking, there was a man. This is how he looked like. He was just screaming the entire time. And I was very, very annoyed. And they stared at each other for about 10 minutes. In the stare down, there was barely any trash talk. I don't know what KSI was whispering.
You almost got knocked out the first time, champ. Yeah. Nah. You ran out of gas. You shot all your money early. This time we gonna take you out early. First round.
The whole thing was much more boring than last year. The complaint last year was that it was so chaotic and so rowdy and everything like that. But honestly, this year, I wish it was as rowdy as last year because it was kind of boring, not gonna lie. Now, after all of this, we get to the trash talk. I noted a few trash talk bits. There was one where KSI immediately, he starts talking to Jake Paul. Jake Paul sitting right next to Logan Paul. And KSI immediately started trash talking Jake Paul. He started to say, you know, you don't put the F word. You don't put the letter F in the F word. You put P-H-U-C-K instead of F-U-C-K. Then Logan was standing there saying, dude, why are you even trash talking my brother? KSI was trash talking Jake Paul, who was sitting on the chair for about 3 to 4 minutes.
All right. First of all, before I talk about you, Logan, I want to talk about Jay. Let's talk about Jay real quick.
You do want to talk about my brother, the guy you're not fighting?
No,
Go for it.
I mean,
hey, what about you talk about the dude you're fighting?
He did make a video saying, fuck KSI. Fuck KSI, but he, instead of an F, P-H. Real nice.
And the trash talk, I'm not going to lie, was it's pretty sad. He called Jake a crybaby. He said that you put your titles as P-H-U-K instead of F-U-C-K because it's very children friendly. And I understand that Jake Paul is very hypocritical in a sense that he puts clickbaity titles with borderline nudity and then instead puts F-U-C-K or P-H-U-C, blah, 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 whatever. The moral of the story is Logan was way more composed. Logan was way more composed in this press conference than KSI. KSI pulled up looking like the chicken nugget from these McDonald's commercials with his weird pink purple suit, and Logan Paul looked like a human parrot. No pun intended for his Maverick clothing line. He literally looked like a human parrot. What's the deal with bandanas, by the way? I just want to. Can I just like toss that out there? What's the deal with putting these bandanas on your head now? I don't understand where this came from, but why are so many people putting bandanas on? I tried it because I wanted to be trendy. I look so stupid with it. The bandana goes from like the start of my forehead all the way down to my eye. Then Logan Paul starts to say that you're not even a real rapper. You can't sell out venues. You can't do this. You can't do that. Logan brings up the beef that KSI had with Deji. That was probably the only personal thing that Logan Paul brought up in this whole entire thing. Logan bringing up the fact that KSI had beef with Deji. And personally, they didn't really have that many jabs to take at each other because not that much happened in this last year. The Japanese forest incident happened 2 years ago, which KSI used in the last press conference. The dad, Logan Paul's father, kissing, a minor in a video. That was something that KSI used last year. Many things that they used last year were vicious and personal, but this year not that much happened for them to bring anything up. So Logan brought up the problems, I guess, that KSI had with Deji, and it wasn't even that big of a deal. Once again, like I said, it lasted for 15 minutes. Very petty arguments, very, very petty insults. And truthfully, I was bored. I was bored and I was annoyed, and I honestly did not really like it that much. I can't wait for this fight, but this is where the promotion starts, guys. This is where the promotion starts. The second press conference has to be more rowdy. A lot of people, they complain because of how rowdy press conferences are. A lot of people, they complain because, oh my God, these guys aren't being professional. But when you do something boring, we want rowdy again. Don't try to make this very professional, because even the very professional fights, they get rowdy. Don't try to make this professional, because the more professional you try to make this, the bigger or the more boring this is going to look. See, this is YouTube. This isn't really professional boxing. I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys, but a majority of your fan base is not going to be normal people that work a 9-to-5. A majority of your fan base is going to be under the age of 22 and solely watch YouTube. There may be some people that watch YouTube religiously and may not even watch this because they don't watch you guys. So this is literally just your fans who watch this. So honestly, make this fun, make this hype. Everybody knows you guys, Everybody knows, everybody knows what Logan Paul and KSI are capable of, okay? You guys have proved yourselves to be very vicious creatures with your with the things that have happened to you guys in the last year. Who do I think is going to win this? So far, I don't think anybody won the press conference. The press conference was boring. It was at one point, it was just quiet. But the fight, I think that KSI has more experience, but Logan Paul also has athletic ability. KSI has fought in many more fights. KSI is in a lot better boxing shape. You know, a lot of people think that in order for you to be a good boxer, you have to be in shape. You have to have six-pack abs. Not true. A lot of boxers, like Tyson Fury, that comes into mind, the biggest guy, doesn't have six-pack abs. For you to be a good boxer, you just have to use a lot of technique and have good stamina. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, if you have good stamina, then you have to have a six-pack. That's not true. Stamina doesn't correlate with being thin. There are skinny people that can't run a mile. Then there are people like Tyson Fury that probably could run a mile. So I think a lot of people look at Logan Paul and they say, oh, he's a big dude. That's true. He is a big guy. But KSI has a lot more experience. Given that there's no 10-ounce gloves now, or given that there's 10-ounce gloves and no head guards, there's a bigger probability of a knockout. There's a huge probability of knockout. The first punch to the face, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go ballistic. I'm going to flip a table. And you better believe I'm going to be doing a recap of this fight when it happens. In other news and sports, that's my take on the whole KSI and Logan Paul fight. And tell me what you guys think in the comments below. By the way, I'm from Philadelphia, and I'm a huge fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, and I have to say yesterday, Nelson Aguilar, honestly, you made me punch the wall, Nelson Aguilar. I literally flipped my entire TV upside down, and I punched the wall. I yelled at my own mother, Nelson Aguilar. I yelled at my own mother. Nelson Aguilar has showed me time and time again he cannot catch a ball when it comes to crunch time. I was watching the game, and when he dropped the ball, I was like, honestly, just typical Nelson Aguilar. He drops the ball so many times, he reminds me of Julian Edelman, dude. Edelman and Aguilar are definitely from, like, the same town or something. The dude keeps dropping the ball. Carson Wentz looked amazing. The passes he was making in the first half, not that good. Second half, absolutely amazing. The defense that we have, Fletcher Cox can carry the entire team, but the defense that we have in Philly is just absolutely amazing. I love the defense. We're playing a great game, and I think that we can make it to the playoffs this year. Our team looks stacked. We almost had this win. It's just minor mistakes, small catches that we could have had that we didn't. We just didn't pull through. Comment below what football team that you guys love. And Patriots just completely demolishing the Dolphins 43-0. I don't even know what to say. I was passing by a bar when I was looking at the game because I don't really watch the Patriots. And I just saw the number 43-0, and I was just absolutely going insanely crazy. I don't understand, no matter what the circumstance, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Patriots as a whole always pull through. I just don't understand how. Tom Brady is in his 40s now. Gronk is out. And, no matter what you do, Brady just shows up. He shows up, and I got to put respect where respect is due. I got to give respect when respect is needed. I'm sorry. I just have to. I don't really like the Patriots that much, but are you kidding me? Anyway, tell me what you guys think of the Logan Paul and KSI conference. Tell me what you guys think about the Patriots. I'm going to sneeze. Tell me what you guys think about the Patriots. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and more importantly, share this, dude. Share this with your family and friends. I'm not kidding. Just put it on every single site there is. I'm gunning, honestly, for KSI winning. Sorry, I'm siding with KSI. I have to because it just seems like the more strategic option. He just seems like he has more experience, and I don't know. He can last 10 rounds. I don't know about Logan. Honestly, Logan looks big, but who knows if he could last 10 rounds. 12 rounds. I don't know what it is. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Like, subscribe. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. But But and give me some words of improvement or encouragement or constructive criticism. How can I make this podcast a little better, and then we can go from there. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.